Zack, you deleted like 2/3 of your videos, man, or you privated them. And I swear to God, if you could do one thing for I don't know, history, because you care about the history of comics. You're talking about the history of other people's comics, like the history of the comics gay culture war thing. You need to make those videos public again. Oh, you were mean to this person and that person. You're trying to hide that, dude. You need to make those videos public again. They're all gone. Like the one video that I really want to see more than anything else. I wish I had a link to the video where Zack was running through the streets of Manhattan. You could see his camera, his phone. He's like dodging cars and shit. And he's like, "You got to listen to me. Everybody listen. If you are a comic book professional who is following me in any way, I don't care if you're doing it because you actually like what I'm saying or that you just want to keep tabs on me. I have to warn you, unfollow me now. You know, I will take it personally. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of your own survival. Unfollow me right now because the SJWs are going through my followers list and they're finding and identifying comic book pros and they're trying to get them fired from their jobs. So I'm telling you right now, I'm going back to my computer as fast as I can, get back to my apartment, but you have to unfollow me now." And that was like so fucking incredible. Where is that? Where is that video? I want to see that again. Where are the videos of you reviewing comic books in your closet in New York and throwing them out the window? Where's the video of you trying to melt an issue of Aquaman in your toilet? Like, where are these videos? They're all gone. They're all gone to history. Your dark, what was a dark roast is gone. You talking about your dark roast is gone. All of that stuff is gone, man. So, I mean, I agree that like by today's standards, I didn't change. You just forgot how boring I was. It wasn't what the thing about Zack's channel wasn't that he was exciting. It was that Zack was just kind of your subversive buddy in comics who you were watching comics with. Like you were reading comics over his house, you're hanging out, you're looking at comics, and he's like, "This is fucking gay. Like, what is this?" And then you're reading the comics with him, you're agreeing. He might rip up the comic on camera. It's all POV stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like you are like there in the room reading the comic with him, there in his car reading the comic with him. And it just was it was revolutionary at the time for its simplicity and its kind of immediacy. Hesitate to use the word intimacy, but it was. You were like, this was like a friend that you had in this guy. And that's why his channel blew up to like 80, 100,000 subscribers before you knew it. But it wasn't just that. It was the commentary that he was saying was true. There are a lot of people here who are making content now who were influenced by your boy Zack, who are not finding the truth. This is one of the reasons why he's making the videos that he's making now, which are annoying people and saying, "Boy, you've fallen off, man," and all this shit. No, I disagree. The things that Zack was saying were true, and Zack was speaking from like a love of the mainstream comic book industry. He doesn't want to see it catch fire and disappear. But that's what Zack was doing. Zack was actually speaking the truth in a way that kind of made you feel like he was your buddy. And so a lot of people treated him like he was their buddy and gave him this moniker, "Your boy Zack." Like that's your friend. Hey, it's your boy Zack. That's your friend. That would say that. That you would say that to, that you would call that. But it was never like, "Boom, pow, exciting. Here comes Friday Night Tights, everybody." A bunch of super wealthy YouTubers who are going to scream at you about how woke everything is. Whoa. It wasn't like that. It was a different time. And the fact that Zack was right. The comic book professionals and editors and the companies knew he was right. They knew he was right. And they were feeling a groundswell of rebellion underneath their feet at that time in 2017, 2018. Marvel Comics going to these conventions, and they no longer do. They no longer go to conventions for this reason. retailers were confronting them and saying, what is all of this? Everybody's gay, black, or a woman. What is this? You're ruining, I can't sell this shit. And Zack was calling it out, and he was showing it to normal people who didn't have the vocabulary yet, because those words just weren't being used. They weren't tired yet. It was all kind of like, what, something weird is happening, and I need my friend to explain it to me. My friend, ya boy Zack, on YouTube's, is going to explain to me why these comics aren't as fun as they used to be. So it was never exciting. He's always been like this. He's always been somebody going, I'm going to go get a breakfast burrito, and they gave me the wrong change back again, and I just can't. And I'm gardening, and by the way, I'm babysitting my friend's dog, and all this stuff that was like the slices of his life that, like, people thought was authentic. Like, Zack cares. I can't imagine why. He cares about this stuff. He doesn't want Spider-Man to be woke. He doesn't want Marvel to disappear. People criticize him by saying Zack just wants to work at Marvel. I think so. Yes. I think that's actually kind of true. I don't think it's anything that he considers likely or possible, but I think it is true that your boy Zack does want to work there because he loves it. When didn't you get that message? Zack does want to work on these characters. He'd love to work on G.I. Joe. He'd love to work on Spider-Man. He'd love to do that stuff. Of course. I wouldn't. Maybe you wouldn't either. But I mean, in case you didn't get the message, Zack loves Marvel and Marvel comics. Not so much DC. But he loves that stuff. And he's really sad that it went the way that it went. And he's angry. He has a few people that he blames. Maybe they're scapegoats. But he takes his anger out on some of these individuals, including the Milkshake Girls. Certain individuals working at Marvel and DC who accept plaudits and credits from LGBTQ GLAAD for making these superheroes that were never gay before into homosexuals or trans or gender confused in some way. Taking these characters who used to be strong masculine archetypes like Power Man, Luke Cage, and just turning them into complete and total like pussies, just cocked pussies, while the women take charge. It's like there's a weird agenda in comics, but you can't talk about it in an explosive way. You don't. That's not what comics are about. Comics are something that you read personally. You don't watch them. You don't watch them. They're not like a movie. You don't bring friends to a comic book. It's a solitary hobby, and so you're taking in the comic book stories yourself. And you might talk to your friends about them in comic book stores, right? That's where you meet your friends, or at conventions, and you talk about the comics. On the internet, you talk about the comics. Yeah, that's what his channel was all about. And it was genuine and authentic, and that's why people liked it. Zack, not a perfect individual. I hate that I have to say that, because people go, yeah, but yeah, like, he was a genuinely authentic, maybe not as exciting, not trying to grow his channel. None of that was a concern for him. A concern for him was that his hobby that he really did love, that carried him through these beautiful superhero ideas, the idea of G.I. Joe. This carried him through war, these ideas, actual war. But Zack needs to return those videos that he deleted back to his channel so that people can get a more balanced perspective of what he went through and who he is.